Hello everyone, greetings, my name is Elijah. Thank you very much for watching this video. My guest to my right with me is Ronnie Kroell, who is an actor, model and philanthropist. Hello Ronnie.
Hi Luke, hey everybody.
Thank you so much for agreeing to come to my talk show and sharing with all my audience your interesting life story. Right, Ronnie, you have done many things in your life, and you have been on covers of magazine, you have been on Bravo's Make Me a Supermodel, right? The reality television series just several years ago, and you lived in many cities from Chicago, New York, and now Los Angeles, and you are also the creator or co-creator of this charity and not-profit organization called Friend Movement. Could you tell us a little bit about yourself and how Friend Movement started and where you are headed in your career expansion, as well as what Friend Movement is all about?
Sure. I was born and raised in Chicago. I kind of look at my life in three parts. Chicago is my heart, New York is my backbone, and LA is where I'm trying to find my voice and use all three in harmony as an artist.
I like that.
As an artist, as a humanitarian, and just working to be a better friend to myself and a better friend to those that I encounter every day. And at my core, my moniker is the King of Heart, and I got that several years ago. A friend of mine gave it to me because he was like, Ronnie, everything you do has some element of using your heart. Sometimes it gets me in trouble, but unless you back it up with your brain cells too. But I lead with my heart. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I love connecting with people. I love learning about what makes them tick, what makes them excited, what their passions are. I'm spending a lot of time now on my acting. I was doing a lot of modeling ever since I was about 15 years old.
Since 15? Wow.
Yeah. And a few years back I decided that I wanted to talk. I wanted to have a voice.
Yes.
And I was lucky enough to have a Skype session with the casting directors of a film called Eating Out Drama Camp, which was my first film.
I've seen that, yeah.
It was my first film. I was a lot nervous about it, but it really excited me. I was bitten by the bug here in Los Angeles. It was only a few months after doing that film that I decided to move to Los Angeles to follow a career in film. But I'm not one to sit on my hands and wait for opportunities to come along, so in addition to acting and going out on castings and things like that, I co-founded an organization called Friend Movement, which you talked about.
Yeah.
And the whole idea behind Friend Movement is to literally shift the consciousness, shift the conversation from being against something, against bullying, anti-bullying, to being for friendship. So we're trying to make it cool to be kind, using art, media, and education and celebrity power to say, let's stop being against something, which is ultimately still giving it power, and let's focus on something positive like self-love, confidence. How do we build ourselves up? How do we love the image staring back at us in the mirror? Because we found, and I don't know if you know this about bullying, but bullying is really just someone not feeling good about themselves. They don't like something about themselves, they are insecure, they have some fear around it, and so as a temporary relief and a temporary fix, they find the weakest target, whether that's in school and it's a student that seems a little weak or nerdy or whatever they think, and it's an easy target for them to exert their power over them to feel better about themselves.
But it's actually because they themselves are hurting the bullies.
Yeah, and that's the sad part of this. It's a vicious cycle. So it's the bully that's projecting onto this innocent victim, but the victim, if they don't love themselves enough and they don't have that protective armor up, they go home thinking, what did I do wrong? Am I really ugly? Am I really stupid? Am I really nerdy? And then all of a sudden it becomes this depression, but it had nothing to do with them in the first place. Exactly. So what we're doing at Friend Movement creatively is just really inspiring people to feel comfortable in their own skin, to love themselves, and realize that it's not about fitting in with the crowd, it's really about being an individual. And all those quirky things that sometimes people make fun of you for, those are the things you need to lean more into, because that's what makes you uniquely you. And actually you're intimidating sometimes to those bullies because they don't know who they are and you're shining too bright, so they need to try and dull that shine. They're trying to trying to make themselves feel better by putting you down.
That's really powerful what you just said, and as I've been bullied before when I was in school, and so I can completely empathize, and I wish there was a support group like Friend Movement to assist me to tell me that everything's okay, and there's someone I could turn to. What are some of the upcoming projects that you are working on, not just with Friend Movement, but as your career as a professional actor?
Well, specifically with Friend Movement, we're 4 years old now, and we're looking to expand over the next 6 to 12 months in a way that we've never expanded before. We're working on a reality show called The Ronnie and Eddie Show, which essentially follows the life of my business partner and I, the day-to-day activities of us trying to build a business, to build a brand, and the challenges that come along with that. It's not an easy thing to do. So it'll follow our day-to-day activities of building the business. You'll season it with our crazy personalities as you'll see how we interact. It's really quite funny. But we want to bring people's dreams to life with the Ronnie and Eddie Show. So over the course of 12 episodes, we're going to be helping people's dreams come to life. People from all over the world will be able to write in and either nominate themselves or a friend or a family member and say, they're so close to achieving their dream, could you help them? So we're going to be able to literally bring people into our show and help them achieve their dream. Or we'll go into schools or into businesses where they're having a bullying problem. And so Ronnie and Eddie will come in with their magic,
Like superheroes.
Yeah, like superheroes coming in and taking a fresh...
Super friends.
Yeah, super friends. Like a fresh perspective on the problem in a way that maybe they're not thinking about it yet,
Yeah. So how can the audience get involved? Where can they go to partake or assist or even support Friend Movement in any capacity?
Well, we're all over social media. You can join us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Friend Movement. You can go to our website, which is the best way, www.friendmovement.com, friendmovement.com. And, we're very Los Angeles based right now, but, if you're watching this around the world, don't be afraid to reach out and ask how you can help, or we're going to have a lot of different ways for you guys to get involved. One of the coolest ways is changing your middle name on social media to Friend, because just having that awareness, I'm Ronnie Friend Kroell. You could be Luke Friend Elijah. And basically when people say that, they're like, well, why is your middle name Friend? And then you can kind of tell them
the story,
And really it's just committing to a lifestyle. When you're committing to be a better friend, it means every day when you wake up, things aren't going to go perfect. Life, is ebb and flow and ups and downs. But if you're committing to the lifestyle of being a better friend to yourself, ultimately you're going to be a better friend to other people because you're going to be treating yourself better. But we feed the homeless once a month in Los Angeles. We're going to be working with celebrities to get the word about friendship out there. We've done photo campaigns. There's going to be ways for you to get involved with the Ronnie and Eddie Show. We're going to have workshops, speaker programs. We're going to have you come out and do your sounding bowls, which will be amazing. We're going to have meditative workshops, all sorts of fun ways. And you know what? We get excited because people like your viewers from around the world will write us an email and they'll be like, hey, have you thought about this? And we'll be like, no, but that's brilliant. Do you want to spearhead the idea?
It's a complete grassroots movement.
It's very grassroots. We're just planting seeds and people are allowed to express themselves and come to the creative table and be a part of that process.
Wonderful. I'm just so humbled and so proud of you for doing this. We need more people to stand up and say, what, I'm willing to put my life in service for the collective, for the greater good, so that humanity can, can ascend to a better golden age. And so thank you for doing this. Thank you to Eddie as well. I'm sure he'll be watching
Laughing Eddie. You'll get to know Laughing Eddie a whole lot better too through the show. But as human beings, we're souls before we're human beings. We're like a soul with a body instead of a body with a soul. And we are meant to be connected at deeper levels, but right now, currently as a society, we're fighting the divisiveness, all of the different prejudices we have,
the separation,
the ways we've tried to put people in boxes and label them with a stamp, and the systems of government and media have been able to leverage this system for fear-based kind of manipulation. And so we're becoming more and more awake that we're supposed to be more connected, we're supposed to love each other more, and because of those new connections that you have that are deeper than surface, you're able to go a lot farther than you would if you were alone, kind of hiding in your little shell or afraid of everybody around you.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually more fun to collaborate, and you're not never alone, so always remember, you always have a friend.
Always have a friend, always. And if you feel alone and you need someone to talk to, reach out to us at Friend Movement. You know, we've talked some really incredible people down off the ledge. I mean, that was probably one of the most challenging but heartwarming experiences, when someone reaches out saying they don't feel like they have a reason to go on and they want to take their own life. I mean, one time I was literally sitting on Facebook and someone messaged me saying that they didn't want to live anymore. And I spent 2 hours with them just trying to help them see that we all get down, we all get depressed, but
all of us.
If we focus our energy on that depression, it only expands and becomes greater. So you are in charge of that. So if you're able to say, you know what, I hit a bump along the way, I'm not feeling really good right now, but I don't have to stay here. I can think about something happier or healthier, or think of the solution rather than the problem. You'll start to notice that those feelings will go away, you know, and it's a practice, it's a spiritual practice.
Well said, well said. Well, Ronnie and I, we went to Burning Man for the first time this year. This year is actually the 30th anniversary of Burning Man, which started in 1986. And you know what, I could not have picked a better partner to go with. And we had such a magical journey, and bonded and made so many new friends and connections. We're so grateful for this experience. And we can't wait to go back and, you know, and bring others along with us. Ronnie, could you share with the audience your personal take on Burning Man, and you know how it transformed you? Because we were weeping and by the beauty,
laughing, crying,
everything. The whole range of human experiences.
Well, first of all, I have to give a shout out to this guy here, and you've been watching him on this YouTube channel, and he's been giving you so many words of wisdom and coming to you and sharing his experiences. But if it wasn't for you, I mean, you really pushed me and said, Spirit will take care of it. Because I was, like, for the last 3 years, I've been wanting to go to Burning Man, and I was sharing that with Luke. And he's like, Ronnie, if you want to go, you just need to put it out there and make the decision, and let the universe expand as it will and make it happen. But, you know, fear is so paralyzing, it's like
so easy to make
all these obligations and things, it's so easy to make the excuses, but I'm glad that you pushed me in that direction, because it was one of the most incredible experiences. For those of you that don't know what Burning Man is, I had an idea of what it was and wanted to go. I knew I would like it, but I didn't realize how much I would love it. And I think one of the main reasons why I loved it was because it was 70,000 people coming together, uniting for a lot of common goals, which is just wanting to have a space where you could creatively express yourself and be safe, where people weren't going to belittle you, put you down, and you could kind of remove the mask, in everyday life, whether you're at work or you're at school, or you've got a way in which you're supposed to be, you're supposed to perform and show up, and all these people have expectations on you, and you have expectations of yourself that aren't healthy. And so to be able to strip all that away and just say, I'm going to show up in all of my light, in all of my darkness, and I'm just going to be here present with who I am, and I'm going to integrate and interact with these people exactly where I am without judgment. And the depth and the level of connections and the new friends we made and the experiences we had, the music we listened to, the drink we had, and you really start to realize that this could be possible in the real world, because it works here.
Exactly.
You could bring
it
elements of
exists.
that.
It could exist. It could work. It was a priceless experience.
It was.
And don't take our word for it. Just go experience it for yourself and have your own perspective. And you have your own Burning Man.
And to those out there that have never experienced it but might be worried because you heard about drugs or sex, or that it's just some big party in the desert, let me tell you, that you can have as mild to wild of an experience as you want to have. You're the creator when you get there.
Totally.
But you and I, as much as we went out to a couple of the parties and enjoyed the dance music and everything, we sought out spiritual meditation classes to help, self-help and improve ourselves. We stopped at different camps along the way and just met random strangers who welcomed us into their camp and made us feel at home.
They fed us, they clothed us,
Yeah.
they gave us water, everything that we could need, and gave us books and massages and things, it was just amazing.
And they say that the playa provides, and it really does, because you become one big family of people. And when you get there, they say welcome home, and there's a reason for that. Because you're all family. And if one person has a problem or something that didn't go right, I had a flat tire. I went out on the playa one day and the tire went flat, and in the real world, in the default world, that could have just been a horrible day. But the owner of the camp where it happened said, here's a tube, walk down 2 blocks, they'll fix your bike for you. It was so easy. It was so easy. It was magic. It was magic.
Alright, Ronnie, where can the audience go to if they want to find out more about you outside of Friend Movement, or they want to hire you for some acting or modeling gigs and projects? They can
the easiest way is RonnieKroell.com. That's Ronnie, RonnieKroell at Gmail. Now I'm giving them. They can go to RonnieKroell.com, RonnieKroell.com, or on social media, Ronnie Kroell. That's the easiest way. I'm really focused on acting these days. I'm currently enrolled in 3 acting classes and just signed up to do a small independent short that's going to tour the festival scene, and working on a couple of fun film projects, not only as an actor but as an executive producer. So I'm getting behind the camera as well.
Yeah, we're very excited to see how Friend Movement and your career as an actor will expand and grow, and I look forward to being a part of some of these projects as well. And I'm so grateful that you're in my life, and thank you for being a friend.
Thank you for being a friend, and thank you for all of the positive love and kind energy that you're putting out into the world. Keep listening to this guy. He is a spiritual guru of all gurus, and honestly, you have helped me through some very trying times in Hollywood. Hollywood is not an easy place
not at all.
to live.
It's easy to get lost.
And to have a friend, even though the first time we actually met in person was Burning Man, we knew each other through social media and through Skype, but I felt like I've known you this whole time without being in person.
Exactly, this is how I felt as well, same sentiments. Right, so Ronnie, we're definitely going to have you in a future video on my talk show. Well, for now, goodbye, and thank you for watching this video. We hope that you found it entertaining and informative, and please reach out to Ronnie, alright, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more similar videos.
And please, if I could just offer up one piece of advice as you leave us today, just be yourself. Go out there and be unapologetically you, and just give yourself a big hug, look in the mirror and know that you're enough, that you're beautiful, and that you don't have to be...
Well said.
Yeah, you don't have to meet anybody else's expectations but the reflection looking back at you in the mirror. And you're loved and never alone. So,
thank you.
I love you.
I love you too. Thank you guys for watching this video again, and see you soon.
Bye guys.